In this video, traders, I want to talk about disgust, possibly the worst trading emotion, and how to deal with it. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so if you've ever been in a position where you're frustrated, you're angry, and you've got so far down that path that quite frankly, you're disgusted with yourself. You're like, you know what? How could I trade like this? How could I take that trade? Why did I break that rule again? Why am I persistently doing this? Why can I not do this? And it gets to a point where you're so frustrated that you're just absolutely disgusted with yourself. And this is a dangerous place to be, because not only does it feel damn unpleasant, but it does not do anything for your confidence. Because in the day, you are your biggest cheerleader. You know what's going on in your brain. You know where you want to take this. You know what you're trying to achieve. And if that is telling you, I'm disgusted with your behavior, I'm disgusted with the way you trade. If it's that, you are really on thin ice, because that's a very hard place to come back with, because you can't trust yourself then. You've got one voice saying, I'm disgusted with this. And then kind of when you start to make a bit of progress, one slip, it's like, I knew it. It's just a really bad place to be. And so I get the why we think this, because we want to achieve, right? You're here watching this video because you want to take things further. You want to improve your trading. You wouldn't be here spending 5-10 minutes with me if you didn't want to. You'd be watching Netflix, you'd be doing something else. And you're spending valuable time to try to improve yourself. And we're hard on ourselves. We're tough, right? It's frustrating, it's annoying. But we've got to be careful we don't fall into the trap of being disgusted with ourselves, because we're trying to do something really hard. Look, it's a hard thing to do. Not only have we got to go against the grain in terms of how we're wired as humans and be disciplined, and we've got to undo lots of things, we've got to rewire our mind, we've got to do this, think that, and perform against the best in the world, and try and make profit, and try and do this, and try and do that. It's a really hard thing. So we've got to kind of be a little bit kinder to ourselves. Keep the drive, don't lose the drive, but be a little bit kinder to ourselves. And I think the disgust comes from us trying to do too much. Hey, I'm going to follow all these rules, I'm going to pull the trigger on this, I'm going to run my trades, I'm going to add more size, and you've got all these things you're trying to do, and of course you're setting yourself up for failure. And so when you do it again and again, you go, no, I'm going to do it, and you fail, you go, no, I'm going to do it this time, and you're kind of constantly doing this and doing that, and eventually like, oh, I'm so disgusted I can't do it, as if it's an easy thing. And that's the thing, we frame it in our mind, it's easy, follow these rules. It's easy, it's not easy. And so it goes back to the point of, okay, be a bit kinder to yourself and say, right, just do this one thing for now. Just see how you get on with that. Run that for a bit, get momentum, gather momentum, then do this thing, this other rule now for a bit longer, then this rule for a bit longer. And then as you start to progress, you gain momentum, and that long time feeling of disgust disappears. And yes, you're going to get frustrated. Yes, you're going to get angry. Yes, you're going to get disappointed. But letting that slip further into disgust just will not happen, because you'll be able to back off and gain momentum again. And that's part of the tools in the tool chest of traders, is being able to gain momentum, even if it's meaningless momentum, for want of a better word. So P&L wise, it might be like it's pennies, it's shrapnel, but it's actually building the confidence. And so you're trying to protect against this dipping into this disgust or this deep frustration, just despair almost, and saying, hey, listen, I'm asking a lot for myself here. I'm asking to do a lot. This is something, and I've got X amount of months experience or years experience. I'm asking a lot. When I do something I know I can do, and let's just start to build the foundations of trading. Let's start to move forward. Let's not try to do everything at once, because that is only going to end up in disappointment. I cannot stick to all these rules. I can't do this and do that. I'm a human being. I'm going to make mistakes. And we just set ourselves up for failure with it. We get to this point where oh, I know I need rules, I'll put rules in, but I'm not sticking to them, I'll put more in, and this is that. And it's just this constant, and it's very tough to break out of, because we are trying to rewire our brains, we are trying to change habits, we are trying to think differently about money, we are trying to behave differently, we are trying to be more structured. A lot of changes going on in the mind. And so doing it step by step just allows you to get momentum, get confidence, feel better about your trading, get some wins, stack some wins, and then some more, and then some more. And if you're feeling pretty disgusted about your trading, that's normal, it's okay, but think how to not get into that situation. Try to have smaller goals that you can hit, with a view of getting to the goal of being able to follow all the rules consistently, but just follow one rule. and then the next. Do that for 10 days and just build the momentum, because that will stop you feeling so disgusted that you can't do it all, because it's such a hard challenge to do. So be careful how you talk to yourself. Think about the negative self-talk. Talked about this the other day actually on a webinar. It needs to be managed, and it's normal, but just don't let it dwell. And if you're feeling pretty disgusted about your performance now and upset the fact that you've been training for a long period of time and it's not happening, then just try to go back to basics and just try to do one thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing, no matter what that is. I will just trade once today. I will just do this today. I will just make sure that I check this, this, and this today, and just stack it and stack it and start to identify as a little bit more of a professional, and really try to avoid getting into these pretty horrible emotions that don't do anything for your trading or really, your well-being, to be frank. Take care, guys. See you next one. Bye-bye.